If you want to hit the ball further, stop trying to lift the ball in the air. If I'm there trying to help that golf ball in the air, I'm either going to hit it really thin, fat, or I'm going to hit it solid, but the ball's going to be going up in the air and no distance. It's going to have no penetration, no dynamic flight to the golf ball, which is what we're really looking for today. So we're trying to get you to hit the ball 20 yards further without changing necessarily the speed of your swing, your physical attributes, no gym routine, just be able to go and have an understanding and a conceptual idea of what you need to do to produce more power. So there's two critical things people tend to do wrong when they're trying to hit the ball further. One is as they're swinging down, they tend to lean back and this lead shoulder goes too high too quickly. And that means you can't get any pressure or get the low point in the correct area of the golf swing to be able to get that ball and turf contact. The second thing is their hands trying to create speed. The right hand will overtake the left hand, and as you see here with the club, it adds loft, and we'll obviously hit the ball more in the low part of the club, or we'd hit the ground before the ball, so our low point moves further back. And it's just like if we were trying to throw a golf ball and we were back here, we won't produce a very dynamic flight to the way the ball would move, the trajectory. So we're very much trying to feel that we get pressure on the ball. How we do that is by, in the transition area, feeling the lower half moves, and we want the hips to move ahead of the knee, but then we want the lead shoulder to feel like it moves very level and forward. Now it's very important it's moving slightly behind the hips. If we get it too much in front of the hips, that will affect our plane and path. So as long as the hips are leading and the shoulder then moves forward and stays low, and the arms are also feeling that they're moving in tandem, or even ending for most golfers, almost ahead of the shoulders, to get that arm and elbow forward and in front, that is what we're looking for you to feel. We want to feel through the impact area. This trail wrist is bent backwards, the shoulder is compressing down the levels, but once it's compressed down, then it starts to widen up, and we get the rotation part. So we're very much looking for the position before rotation. We're very much looking for this lead shoulder, pressure, arms forward, then rotating, and the shoulder disappears behind my head almost, and the lower half is posted with the pressure on the lead foot. Now in doing these things, keeping the body level pressure helps me shift forward with my low point so I hit ball and turf. Keeping the right wrist cocked back, if you like, or extended back, that helps me create shaft lean. Now the shaft lean helps reduce the dynamic loft. The worry some golfers may have with that is, if I create shaft lean, does the face want to open? Well, it can do. We need to be releasing and rotating the arm as we do that. So it's kind of this move. That creates shaft lean with a neutral club face, but also a strong club face, a de-lofted club face. Lots of words. That's the practice swings I want you to have. We're very much, if you look at my feet, rolling our feet, and we very much want to roll them in a certain pattern. We want very much the inner part of my foot to feel like it has the pressure move. And then what happens is we relieve its position off the floor with rotation. So as I move laterally, I start to bank the foot. Again, the hip is ahead of the knee. Then as I rotate, the foot gets moved off the ground to relieve even more pressure. So we're very much looking to finish with about 90% of our pressure on the lead foot in the finish, but at contact have about 80% of our pressure on the lead foot. And in the backswing, we're going to move up to 80%, but at the top of the backswing, we're going to be about 60% on our trail side and then shift across. And that dynamic movement, side to side, within the Zimmer frame, as I call it, is important to help creep the pressure. But we're very much looking at today at the knee, hip, shoulder, kind of levels as we start that downswing. Widen too early, is only good to help you shallow the club, but it's not very good for contact. So for a driver swing, it's not such a bad feel. But again, you might find that the loft in the club is very high and you get the very high trajectory shots. So what I'd like you to do is make some practice swings like that. And I'll also share a clip of a drill you can do with some alignment rods. Level as it starts down rather than going high too quick. Across your belt buckles and across your rib cage, so you can feel that the gap is maintaining, that I've shot for another short, which I'll hopefully link up above, but if not, you'll see it on my channel. But very much I want you to hit some short shots where we feel through the golf ball, we're getting the shoulder compression, we're getting the shaft lean, and we're almost trying to feel that our hands work more thumb down, or what we call into ulnar deviation, to help control that contact point. And that one there, you'll see a really great divot. It was a really kind of pressured contact, low. I probably could have released it a tiny bit more than I did, because the ball just drifted a little bit left to right. I quite like that for me, because my bad shot would be more high and left if I'm going to have a bad shot, certainly turning over too much. So the way we practice, we'd start with some shots doing that and then build that into a fuller finish. When we look to do the fuller finish, try and feel that the head moves up and rotates. We're still trying to stay in our angle so the head stays outside our feet, but the head kind of works up a touch to get this extension in our body. And again, try and feel that the lower half is still ahead. And that one was absolutely pure. Exactly what I'd want to feel like on the golf course. Felt my body was good movement. Felt I definitely moved maybe a tiny bit more than normal, which is great, but it felt very dynamic. Really liked that. So have a go at hitting some short shots first. Knock away about 10 or 15. That kind of little short drill, like a 9-to-3 drill, should be the bedrock of your warm-up and your practice to get good contact, good low point control, good pressure on the ball, and then build that up into a fuller swing and fuller power, moving through the body ranges to play your best version of you.